It's going slow and slow and slow. But no one really cares because we all know they're going to do something, and then Dwayne will show up.
He was supposed to be here, but he wasn't. You know the problem is? The Rock.
Yes.
Somebody higher up than The Rock needs to lay down the law. Rock, if you want to be the show, that's fine, but you ain't booking no more. Hey, listen, we're going to start with the real main event of the weekend. We witnessed with our own eyes Minoru Suzuki versus Butterbean with Dan Severn as the special guest referee. It was the worst match in the history of professional wrestling.
We all knew it was going to be a train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
I said, this is going to be a train wreck. I want to see this train wreck. I must see this train wreck.
I will give credit to Butterbean. Butterbean was very, very fat, and I don't think that he could walk. And he spent a lot of time with DDP.
Yes.
Did a lot of DDP yoga.
Yes.
And DDP literally got him back on his feet.
Yeah.
The entire first round is just like standing there. And the brawling's kind of like, and Suzuki like throws, he finally gives him a good one. How'd you like that one? So Butterbean falls to the ground by holding onto the top rope, squatting down a little, grabbing the middle rope, squatting down a little further, and then he lays on the ground. The crowd's chanting "Fight Forever," which sounds like a horrible idea. Yes. So the ring announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard from the special enforcer, Dan the Beast Severn, and he has ruled," and everyone's like, "Oh my God, we're going to get another round of this shit." "He has ruled that the match is a double countout." And the fans are like, "What? Boo!" And they're all angry. And I'm like, this is the most ballsy match I've ever seen. I heard a rumor that Suzuki was talking to someone before the show about this match. And he was like, "This match, very bad." And the person was like, "Minoru, dude, it's going to be fine. Like, you can do this. You're great. This match is going to end up fine." And Suzuki said, "No." That was it.
Well,
he fucking knew. Okay. And I got in just in time to see Minoru Suzuki versus the Sex Doll. And people were very upset that I did not refer to the Sex Doll by her name.
Yoshihiko.
I have great respect for the Sex Doll as a non-person because the Sex Doll is not a person. But there's a reason.
It's a doll.
There's a reason.
For sex.
Is he going to wrestle a sex doll and have a better match with a doll than he had with Butterbean? And the answer is yes.
Emphatically. The Butterbean match exposed the business much more than this match.
Yes, in fact it did.
The match with the Sex Doll was far more realistic. It was far more believable. It was far more credible. I swear to God, I'm not making any of this up.
I don't want to throw Jared under the bus for falling asleep.
Sounds like you just did.
Because he's sick and all.
Too much nightlife.
Too much nightlife, Granny said. No, he went to Vegas and got sick, apparently. Jared says, "I don't think we all got COVID."
Oh, great.
And I feel fine.
Okay, good.
Fine, yeah.
We were on the wrestling team in 9th grade. We also went to high school together.
When I couldn't remember my mother-in-law's name.
Oh, man.
Well,
that's a hard one, yeah.
It was great to see him and all this stuff, and he looked right at me and said, "Our last show was at the Paramount."
Had a great time.
Good.
I came back broke and burned out. Had a great time.
John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
You alive over there, Vinny?
I'm listening.
Like you're about to die.
Oh, we're all eventually going to die.
Die after the show,
Yeah.
okay?
That's fair.
Make sure I get home first.
Start on
Please, can I die?
Vinny, God.
something happened that Cena won.
Okay.
She's not wrong.
What did you give it?
7.
7?
Does that mean that Cody's not the champ anymore?
That's what that means.
how it
John
works.
Cena is the champion.
Oh, he's too old for that.
He's younger than I am. You realize that match was really terrible?
All of them are horrible to me. Or maybe I'll watch it later.
oh, Brian's tired.
Yeah, spreading COVID
Brian's
around.
everywhere.
All right, I'm done.
So the story of Mania, the first night was a thumbs down show with a great main event. Second night was a thumbs up show with a horrible main event.
I mean, what's the last, great Jey Uso match? And nothing against the guy because he's over. That's what's important. Really, all people wanted to do was yeet. And they got a chance to yeet. And then they did a simple match. And then he won. And then they yeeted more. And everyone was happy.
Tiffany versus Charlotte. The best thing about this match was Tiffany's Barbie-themed entrance, which I thoroughly enjoyed until I found out it actually was sponsored by Barbie.
Well, what'd you expect?
Took the fun out of it.
The hologram company that did the 2 screens on the side, I know the owner of that company, and he works with like Howie Mandel and stuff. That technology is phenomenal.
What I really noticed was Charlotte's boo-boo face.
Yeah.
Best thing that ever happened was that fucking interview. It was not professional on both of their parts, but goddamn, this position on the show, the semi-main, nobody would have cared about this match at all, except for what they did. And it ended up being one of the most heated matches on the entire show.
Your main event took the show from a thumbs down to a thumbs up. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
This is one of the best main events ever to WrestleMania.
It was a very, very, very good main event. It's quite awesome, super heated. Crowd loved all 3 guys.
This was a perfect WrestleMania main event. It was 3 big stars in a main event. They all had songs you could sing. The wrestling was great. Some of the stuff, like you mentioned, some of the creative spots they did, their 3-way spots, absolutely incredible. And then you had a moment at the end. A decision had to be made. Somebody turned. Just a great, great match. The polar opposite of what we got in the main event of night 2.
I think if you watch this exact same show, didn't change anything, but watch the matches in the reverse order, you would come out saying that's one of the best shows of the year.
Well, of course.
Because the first 3 matches were great, great, great. And then you had like an hour or so of average stuff, and then the end.
Night 1, there's 60,000 people in the building, whatever, and these people are fucking out of their minds. It was a fucking madhouse. People partying, drinking, they're like all excited and everything like that. Night 2, 60,000 people in the building, and they were like a great crowd for the matches. They were much more subdued.
A little hungover.
They walked into the building a little slower.
Yeah.
The other thing is I'm not sure how good a shape these people are in.
Are they wrestling fans?
Yeah.
Poor. The answer is poor.
Well, to get to the building, like almost everybody walked from the casinos.
Yes.
And Saturday, the weather, it was somewhat hot. Sunday was hot. And that was a long journey for these fans.
Saw this on Instagram, I think. There was apparently one escalator to get out. So some of these fans are trying to go up the down escalator. And these fans, as you mentioned, are not in very good shape.
So Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair opened the show.
Great match.
Holy shit, what a great match.
Yes.
My God in heaven, this was awesome.
The women showed out on both nights. They overshone the men in a lot of cases, if you ask me.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight. Having spent a couple days in Vegas before this, I think the Sin City street fight gear should be flip-flops, Volcom shorts, a Harbor-based shirt, and a vape pen.
Nothing on either night got as big a pop as Dominic pinning fucking whoever he pinned.
Finn Balor.
Nothing got a bigger pop than this. And I got goosebumps now, remembering the pop that this guy got. I never seen anything like it.
Somebody said his name and he appeared. Out comes Joe Hendry. Massive ovation. They're all singing the song. They're all very happy.
I did not have a problem with the match itself. There's no TNA fan who's quitting TNA now that Joe Hendry got beat by Randy Orton in 3 minutes. Not a single one. It's like, he's probably going to be seen as a significantly bigger star. Like, I'll bet if you had a Joe Hendry line before WrestleMania and after WrestleMania, the line is longer now, right?
So, the mystery partner was Joe Hendry. No.
Double duty.
It was Becky Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
She got a big giant ovation. I also want to point out Lyra was dressed like Condor Man. For those of you who are big fans of 1980 Disney movies. It's going slow and slow and slow. But no one really cares because we all know they're going to do something and then Dwayne will show up. Because after all, this whole story is about Cena turned heel because Dwayne wanted him to. Dwayne made an offer to Cody. Cody turned him down, so Dwayne recruited Cena. I don't know if they mentioned that one fucking time since the Chamber. I don't know if Rock's name has ever come up, but that is the story that the fans were told. It is the story the fans were invested in. It is the story the fans came to WrestleMania to see.
They did have, finally, The Rock has come back to Las Vegas shirts.
Yeah.
I have pictures of them right here. Like, He was supposed to be here, but he wasn't.
Pat McAfee saw Travis Scott come out, and he said that he texted The Rock at that moment and asked him if he was backstage. And Rock was like, nope, not there.
So Cena hits a nut shot. Every main event's got to have a nut shot. And he clobbers him with the belt. He lays on top, and the ref kind of meanders over, and he counts 1, and he counts 2, and then he counts 3.
Yeah, this fucking crowd was like, what?
I was like, what?
After the night before with 85 fucking kickouts of big moves and all the big moves in this match, that was the finish.
The only thing I could think about was the dying days of WCW, where the pay-per-view would be really, really good all the way up to the main event. And then Hogan and, Rowdy Piper would go out there and stink up the joint.
You know the problem is? The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock has become Vince McMahon.
You're not
Did I not say,
Yes.
on the way here, meet the new boss, same as the old boss?
It is. It's exactly the same. He is now Vince McMahon.
He's a better human being.
He shows up when he wants.
Yes.
He fucks everything up. Everybody else has to figure out how to deal with it. Like, he fucked up Elimination Chamber by showing up and shooting this big angle with Cody. And then he fucked everything else up by just disappearing. Everyone's expecting him, and now he's not there. Somebody higher up than The Rock needs to lay down the law. Rock, if you want to be the show, that's fine, but you ain't fucking booking no more. Like, if you have an idea, run it by Hunter. If they agree to it, fine. If you commit to a date, fine. Other than that, quit changing shit. I literally went to ChatGPT. I said, tell me about this Master P. And he's apparently been doing a lot over the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
A philanthropist?
He's a philanthropist.
Yeah.
He's done television shows, reality shows. He owns House of Glory. Master P ain't no joke.
No.
We even got a hootie who.
You got a hootie who. We got a rowdy about it. People are going insane for the idea of Master P versus John Moxley.
Well, it's because Master P looked like Andre the Giant
that
in
helps.
there.
That helps.
And they were like, my God, these guys could go at it. I watched this fucking match. I was like, it's the best tag team I've ever seen, dude. They do everything right. Like, it's like a perfect tag team match. Like, the psychology, everything they do looks incredible. And it's like shit you've never seen before.
Yep.
I am so turning babyface on this Hurt Syndicate MJF thing. It's a total WWE deal, but like it's weekly. You know what's good about it? It's something they don't do often. It's weekly episodic television. Every week there's a different chapter in the story. They don't add a lot. It's just a little bit more every week. And because they don't like add a lot, you're just like getting a repeat, and it's hammered into you who all of these characters are.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be so goddamn tired. They're going to be burnt out of wrestling, and there's no lineup for Dynamite. The only thing that they had announced was the Statlander match, the Young Bucks return, Master P, and I believe they wrote MJF appears. And tired fans and no lineup, death. And in fact, Dynamite did the lowest rating of the entire year. And I thought the crowd was dead. I mean, listen, I talked to people who went to this show, including my buddy Dalen, who went to SmackDown, Hall of Fame, Mania Night 1, Mania Night 2, Raw, and NXT. He was fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And he said everyone in this building was fucking exhausted. And it was the last show. Plus, they only had about 1,800 people there because a lot of people went home.
Yeah.
They announced this date late, so most international travelers had already bought their flights home for after the Raw after Mania. And, WWE watched this show and were like, next year, probably not doing that Tuesday NXT. It's just too much.
That makes sense.
1,800 people in this building. And when the show was over, I just thought, you know what? I hope everyone just goes and gets a good night's sleep.
Yes.
All these fans, all these wrestlers, like everybody, just go get a good night's sleep.